Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and in this video I thought I would do a little bit of a knitting tutorial. I am not an expert knitter by any means, and any kind of feelings that I may have about how much I love crochet, that is how bad I feel I do about knitting. But I do know a few things, and so many of you have shared in the comments a bunch of information with me, so I thought I would do my first ever knitting tutorial. Kind of a request from a friend from work. She is a knitter and wanted to know, what do I know about knitting? And here, this is going to be like 3 videos that I'm going to do. That's as much as I know about knitting. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is how I cast on. I use a long tail cast on. I'm just choosing any random knitting needles. These are an 8, a boy 8. I actually got these with a pack of needles at a yard sale just down the road from me. And I'm using a regular old Red Heart Super Saver. Funnily enough, it's showing up like royal blue in this video, but in real life, it's purple. I don't know why. Maybe it's the lighting over here. So the reason I do a long tail cast on, which I had to remember why, was one of my knitting buddies taught me how to do a long tail cast on. And if I remember correctly, she said it's because it's a very secure cast on, and it has more of a thicker foundation along the bottom. Now, the one bad thing about a long tail cast on is you need to know how much of a tail to have, because you use both the tail and the working strand of yarn to get your loops on your needle. And I'm sure there's a fancy word for that. Which was my initial struggle all along, because I would guess at how long of a tail I would need. I would start casting on, I'd come up short, I'd have to pull it off, do it again. But then some of you lovely knitting experts in my comments below gave me this tip. And so here it is. Here's my first tip. If you would like to do a long tail cast on, and let's say for the sake of it, which for this one we're only going to do 20 because these are short needles. Hold your yarn right here. Give yourself a little bit of a tail for weaving in and whatnot. And loosely wrap your needle or your yarn around your needle. You could go this way or you can go this way. It doesn't matter. That part is not important to this situation. So loosely hold it on here and wrap your yarn around however many times you need for casting on. So for an example, I'm going to cast on 20. So I'm going to loosely wrap on here 20 loops. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to scoot them over here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Scoot them over. 17, 18, 19, 20. So that is as if I had wrapped on 20 loops. Again, I'm going to give myself a little bit extra room because that's how kind of a gal I am. And now this is this is my long tail right here from here to here. And then this is the working yarn. Okay. So now make yourself a slip knot, because guess what, y'all? You start with a slip knot with crochet and knitting. Isn't that amazing? Okay. So I got my slip knot right there. I can make a video on how to do that, but as you kind of saw, it was a little bit of a mess there. And I put my needle, I was almost saying my crochet hook. I love knitting in here. So now my slip knot is hanging off the center of my needle. Do y'all see that? Do. Here is my long tail, and here is my working yarn. Now, for the long tail cast on, I hold it out like this. Tuck your thumb up. Okay, so I think I'm just going to do this and see how to tell you guys. Okay, so if any of y'all played Cat's Cradle when you were a kid, this is going to be helpful. So take your pinchy fingers, go underneath. Do you see that? I'm going to try to do real slow-mo for y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. Stick them in and pull down, okay? So you will get those tucked in there. Do you see that? So essentially you have, I don't know how else to do this. These 2 yarns are coming out of my hand. I tucked them in here with my pinky and my ring finger. You see them? This yarn came out around, wrapped around my thumb, and I'm pulling down in the middle with my knitting needle. And then I did the same thing with my pointer finger. It comes around the back, tucked around in there. Get it in there nice and tight. Okay, so for the long tail cast on, I'm going to hold it like this for a minute, just so you can pause and see how I'm holding. And then I think about trying to go in from this way so that you can see. You got your yarn out like a teepee. And there it is. Put your fingers in there. Now what you didn't see is I snatched up these yarns with this finger, these two fingers here. Stuck my pointer finger in there. Voila. Okay. I don't know if there's an easier way to show you all that. I really don't. But the point of it is that looks so confusing in a video. I'm going to try it again. So I like put my fingers in here, spread my pointer and my finger out, get this strand between my ring finger and my pointer, and then tuck them under there. Okay. And then you're going to just make it so that you want to have it loose enough so that this knitting needle, and I hold my finger on my slip knot, are coming under your thumb. So you go under your thumb, you reach over and around and then back. Oh my God, you guys, I don't know if I could show you this. And you reach around, you see it's how it's touching my pointer, and I'm going around and under, and I'm coming through that little slot. And then I pull down. Look at that. Is that not amazing? I'm going to do it again, you guys. I don't know how that happens. And then you want to give it a little tug. You don't want to go crazy, because one of my biggest struggles lately is that I'm a really tight knitter and crocheter. Don't want to pull too tight or you'll never. So every time I do a loop, I've got to reset my hands. I come under the thumb, up, around, scrape my pointer, reach in there, make the loop. Every time. Do you see that? And this is a long tail cast on. And after I do a couple more of these and show you, whew, if you can figure out how to do this from this video, friends, you are amazing. Do you like my color street nails? Those are from my sister-in-law. This one, here it is a knitted one. Oh, how cute is that? I'm knitting while wearing a knitted one. So how many do I have on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I go under the one from my thumb, reach back to go under and around the back of the one on my pointer, pull down. And I'm going to tell you, I was just caking up some merino, and after touching that beautifulness, and now working with the red heart to do the long tail cast on, holy cats, is this itchy. Okay, so that is how to do the long tail cast on. Now let's take a look at the long tail cast on. Do you see that? Do you see how it gives you a nice firm row for starting? That is why the long tail cast on is ideal. So I guess it's probably going to be more ideal to certain specific projects. So like maybe if you're making a blanket or a scarf or something that needs a nice firm, maybe not a shawl, I don't know. I am a very new knitter. I've knitted like 5 things. So it'll come around under my thumb, up around the finger. Now I don't know, I'm going to be honest y'all, this is the only way I know how to cast on. So I suppose I could go and watch another YouTube video and then learn that way and then show you all. But that to me just seems silly. I'm sure you could type into YouTube how to cast on for knitting. And I'm sure there is some genius, one who is showing how to do a long tail cast on better than me. And then someone out there who can show you the other way. So yeah, that is the long tail cast on. This is a tutorial on how to do a long tail cast on. Let's count how many I've counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oop, there's 2 here. Yep. 12, 13. Is there 2 there? Yes. Yep, they're just all fiddle-faddled on each other. Knickers. I gotta go back and count them again because of these. Let me pause this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Looks like I got a little crazy, and I have 26 extra. So again, let me quick show you. Here is a long tail. Here's the regular. I scoop my fingers in there like I'm doing the cat's cradle. I snatch up all that yarn under my ring finger and my pinky, and then I just rotate around and under until I have the right numbers. I'm casting them on. So that is a long tail cast on. I will, just to be kind for you all, look up what another cast on method and put a link in the description below. And maybe even look up another long tail, because I'm going to be honest, if you could figure that out, maybe there's someone that holds the camera better. I don't know. But you put your hands, you hold it like this, and then it's just a matter of going around these, you know, around these pieces of yarn. This is the thing that to me is way harder than crochet. All right, so that is a long tail cast on by Summer, and hopefully you all enjoyed this and you didn't think this was hideous. And that was for you, Linda. If this video is too tough for you, I'll just come hang out with you after school and we can do this together. All right, thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing my videos. And until then, happy crafting. Bye.